Alright, g'day again. Okay, I'm back onto the trailer. So as talked about in the previous video, I'm going about this quarter a little bit differently than what I did in the last. Once again, I've used the quarter panel off the bug. I'm trying to just sort of use all the bug panels to rebuild it. For one, it's a good thickness of steel. It's quite strong. The amount of putty in it is a problem, but the other thing is I don't have any other panel that's of any decent sort of size. I've only got little bits and pieces. The only big piece I have is I got a Hyundai bonnet, but I don't even know why I kept it. It's so thin I wouldn't bother to use it. This is way thicker than what that is. I got my frame angles in place, done them to a template that I made off the other side. I still got to lift it up. I still got to put more cuts around here so I can pull it over because it's sticking out too far. Same on the back, which I'll have to do before I get the next piece of panel. On the previous one, I cut this panel off here. And then I welded the next panel onto here, pulled it up, and then put a strap around it to pull it in, and that sort of didn't really work. So I'm trying to use as much of this panel as I can. I've tacked along here. I did weld all this up first, as I previously mentioned, so I've got a much better base to start from. Went it about a little more cautiously here too. It didn't blow as many holes, and so the issue I got with this quarter is it's not quite high enough. It should have come up to here. This quarter had more rust in it, so I've had to cut more away off the bottom, so it's that little bit shorter. So I'm going to have to add some up here, or possibly I might even have a bit of curve, a bit of this curved panel. This curved panel I might have some with the curve, with a bit of excess after the curve, so I've only got one weld, not two welds. But anyway, not concerned about that right at the moment. That'd be fairly simple. So as I said, I've tacked it down here, pulled it in with a clamp. I started cutting it, which is sort of difficult, and trying to get in behind, and once again this brace is in the way. I'm tempted to cut it off, but even though it's got this fairly rigid solid frame, there's still a possibility of pushing it down while I'm leaning on this and trying to push it into place. So I've decided it's best to leave it on until I've got this whole panel in. But what I've noticed, and I said I cut this and I was about to push it down and start tacking it, and then I realised that I've already got an issue. I've created an issue. And when you look along this panel, it's already in too far. So when I try and join the other panel from here back up to here, this is already too low. It's like, it's like over an inch too far in. So I'm glad I noticed it now before I went any further with that. So I've got to undo the clamp a bit now, try and pull it out. Oh, the clamp's quite loose. Let's see what happens. Let's try pulling this out. Where's the clamp all together? I think so. I've got this curve. This curve's good. I like it. That's way better than what I've had. I had a big issue with this curve, getting this to transition smoothly without kinking up. So I already got past that major problem that I had on the other side. So yeah, the problem I'm going to get now. So if I push that down, it gives me the bulge there, but the issue you get is where to cut it. Suppose I cut higher, push it down, cut a bit more, cut a bit more. Yeah. So yeah, start up here, push it in, cut a bit more, cut a bit more, cut a bit more till I get it. I can put it in place and try and cut from the other side. The issue is that the bulge is in the actual lid. Means that I can't push this down into place and then cut it. And I can't take this off because this is holding this together. See, I should have left way more of the structure on it. That was a mistake. And the initial cut up, yeah, like as soon as I cut this off, this whole thing just collapsed. I got a tech screw coming in from the back into the lid, and the lid is what's actually holding this in place. If I take the tech screw out, it'll collapse. So yeah, I basically have to weld this whole thing on, have it finished before I can actually take the lid off. So yeah, because it's probably going to end up with a big gap up here because I've cut that when it wasn't right in the right position. Glad it didn't go all the way along. So, but yeah, as with anything like this, you're sort of learning as you go. Each project, it is different to the other one. There's different procedures. Yeah. And, anyway, I'll battle on with that. As I said, I think the next thing now is to cut this up here, get the excess off it, cut it way up there. Like, it's not going to pull in past that point. I'll still have to cut it again. So, you know what the go could be actually? Just get another bit of pipe, a bit of rod, and bend it, or find something with the right bend. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to tack something in here with the right arch so that when I push it down, it won't go past it and it won't come in too far. Yeah, that's the go. And as always, I can bend stuff, but yeah, if I can find something that's already got the right bend in it, I'll just use that. I keep all sorts of junk, interesting pieces, shapes, just for purposes like that. And yeah, I did get this whole other post in last night. That's all fully finished and secure. I could probably even take the cross bracing out now. I doubt it'd move, but yeah, we'll wait. We'll get this whole piece in. I'll get all this in as well before I take any of the bracing out. This here is actually pretty dented. It's sort of chewing off the putty, and there's a bit of a crease like here. And there's a crease line right down there. I'm not showing it. Yeah. No, this should run smooth, but yeah. The crease line all the way along. Then I have to panel beat all that and get it straight before I attempt to put this panel back on. Once again, I'll use the other section that's left from the roof because it's a crown panel. The crown's when it's rounded in both directions. Yeah, right. That's the only reason this has worked properly, because it's a crown panel, because it's a roof panel. If I just put a flat panel on there, it'd look flat, it wouldn't work. So, yeah. And yeah, because I don't have an English wheel and use steel and the whole rest of it, I don't have the ability to crown a panel. So, yeah, I'm really glad that I brought the roof home, I wasn't initially going to do it, and then I thought, oh, I might need a bit of it up the top, but yeah, I didn't realise at the time that I would need a crown panel on the front, so yeah, I'm really glad I brought that roof cut home. Alright, leave it at that, and I'll continue on, and I'll update you on whether this theory actually works. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.